Hi, my name is Zach Soschke and I am a small YouTuber. So recently I had a video blow up, at least relative to me, and I thought some people might be interested in the short and not so short-term effects it had on my channel. This will not be like my regular videos and will likely appeal more to small YouTubers or anyone interested in the quirks of YouTube's back end. Actually, hold on a second. There, now it is like my other videos. Okay, on January 21st I uploaded this video. I thought the concept was a really big deal and I was super stoked about how the video came out, so I was pretty optimistic. And initially, it did comfortably above what I was used to at the time. But a couple weeks later, something happened that I did not see coming. My buddy Trevor Rose uploaded the video to Steve the Bartender's Facebook group, which I did not expect and was incredibly nice. Trevor, I love you. When I get to Alberta, drinks are on me. Now, he told me Steve has an enthusiastic fan base and that the video was getting some traction, which it was. The video went from 500 something views to almost 1,200 overnight. I picked up around 30 subs, and I even got a notification that Steve the Bartender himself had subbed to my channel. At the time, I was thinking, holy shit, I have made it. And it was great, but it didn't last. There was an increase in interest, but before long, the momentum had completely evaporated. But a couple weeks later, something else happened. As I was toiling away at my usual Saturday night bar shift, I checked my analytics on my lunch break, and once again, something was happening. A big something. A quick search on YouTube and I had my answer. 4 weeks to the date after my video went up, this video was uploaded, and it spread like wildfire. For the next couple weeks, Kevin's Super Juice video was all anyone was talking about, which led to a massive increase in interest in the topic, which led to a spike in views on my video. Now, some of these were from what we in the social media biz call impressions. An impression is when YouTube recommends a video to someone, giving them the opportunity to click on it, which over 90% of the time they don't, but that's the game. If you're watching this video on a laptop, impressions are all those videos to your right, unless you're watching this full screen or on a TV, in which case, bless you. Now, the views that these impressions generated didn't just come from Kevin's video. They came from damn near everyone who makes drinks videos. If you've ever seen a cocktail video on YouTube, chances are I got views from its creator. Even this guy. But impressions and the click-through rate, which is the measurement of how many views those impressions generate, accounted for a very small percentage of my video's overall views. Like less than 4%. Rather, most came from what YouTube calls browse features. Browse features is an umbrella term which refers to a handful of things, but what got me the most views was YouTube taking my video and putting it on people's home screens. And that's where most of my views came from. For the next month, the video brought in over 1,000 views a day. People were reaching out to me left and right saying they had just found my channel. Life was great. At its peak, the video brought in almost 4,800 views in one day. So what did this do for my metrics, and how did it impact the holy grail of small YouTubers, monetization? So first off, no small YouTuber should care about monetization because you won't make shit off ads, at least not in the beginning. But right or wrong, it's a benchmark we all care about. So what happened? Well, to get monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours over the course of the last year. I mean, those are the rules now. YouTube has moved the goalposts before, and they may very well move them again at some point, so if when you're watching this things have changed, sorry. I hit 1,000 subscribers in January, coincidentally when I was shooting the Super Juice video, and at the time I had between 1,700 and 1,900 watch hours. At the time I was thinking, okay, I guess I'm just going to be grinding away at this for another year before I qualify. But once Kevin's video came out, my watch hours accelerated. In a week or so I went from 1,900 to 2,500, then 3,100, then 3,600. And then I realized that not only does YouTube's hour counter not update live, which does make sense, it runs on a delay. Funny story, while I was within spitting distance of getting 4,000, the counter stalled at 3,970. And the day after it dropped to 3,961. This was while the video was racking up over 1,000 views a day. I was beating my head against the wall, but the day after that it went to 4,277 and that was the end of that. So long story short, it took me 2 years to hit 1,000 subs and 2 months to hit 2,000. And most of the watch hours that I needed came in those last 2 months. Which is very not what I thought would happen. Now, it was around this time that Leandro, who's an IRL friend, reached out to me and he said, hey, I see there's been like a 1,500% increase in interest in your channel, which is great, but I've seen this before and the momentum usually doesn't last. Bet y'all didn't know Leandro was Canadian. And boy, am I glad that he told me that, because it didn't last. Now, somebody watching this will say that's my fault, and they might be right, but YouTube is a fickle mistress and for whatever reason decided to stop showing my videos to randos. Or maybe it was because this trending topic was no longer trending. I don't know. All of which is to say my channel, while having grown almost 200%, is now growing at about the same pace it was before. Except now my videos get more views than they used to, so this is my not complaining face. Now, I think there are some valuable takeaways for the small YouTuber. First, if you're in need of content, it's out there. The recipes for lemon and lime super juice have been on Bar Expo's Instagram for over 2 years. I stumbled across them a little over a year ago, but didn't decide to do a video about it until last November. If you're a content creator in search of content, know that there are other people in your niche who are also looking for content. If you see something, think it might make a good video, but can't quite get the angle, keep looking until you find that angle, because it's only a matter of time before someone else sees what you see and decides to make a video about the same thing. But even if you are first, your video still might not blow up. Which leads me to my second takeaway. You don't have to be first. Seriously. My video had been out for a month before Kevin and his team came out with theirs, and theirs is the one that blew up. And I ain't mad about it either. Kevin's videos look great, and he deserves it just as much as anybody. But yeah, you don't have to be first to make a viral video. In fact, people are still making videos on this subject. If you haven't seen Leandro's video, you should. And Alchemix Bar has a video where they did blind taste tests comparing the various recipes for super juice that are floating around. If you want to see that one, I'll link to it below. I'll link to all these videos below. Every video about super juice that's ever been made will be linked in the description. So yeah, if there's a subject you want to make a video on and there are already videos out there, if you think you can do it better or present it in a way that it hasn't been presented yet, have at it. But yeah, you don't have to be first. Next takeaway. If you're a small YouTuber and you aspire to blow up at some point, be very careful about how you tread because you never know which of your little creations is going to put you on the map. So why does this matter? So even though my Super Juice video has the most views of all my videos by a mile, it also has the steepest drop off in retention, and I know why. It's because I used that 10-second clip of Blue Velvet in the beginning. I thought it was hilarious, but a boatload of people clicked on the video because they liked the title, thumbnail, or whatever, didn't see what they were expecting, and clicked away in the first few seconds, which tanked my metrics. There's a part of my brain that I can't turn off that wonders what might have happened had I not used that 10-second clip. Side note, I reached out to my buddy Uncle Pete, and he reminded me that we can't spend all our time chasing the algorithm, which is true. But if you started a YouTube channel because you have a quirky sense of humor that you just have to share with the world, be careful how you wield it, at least at first. Okay, last point and then I'm done. I think the most important lesson is, it takes a village. You feel like you're all alone on your little YouTube journey? You're not. I had no idea what I was in for when I uploaded that video, and one thing that took me by surprise was how many places unintentional help came from. All these people had a hand in that videos and ultimately my channel's growth, and most of them didn't even know they were helping me. Bottom line, keep at it. Stay focused. Grind. Because if you don't quit, you can't fail. That's all.